Yo, what's up guys? We are back with the Shiunji Family, chapter 61. This is just going to be my initial thoughts and impressions on the chapter. But yeah, let's just hop straight into it. You know, off the last few chapters, we have been on this like trip arc. The Shiunji Family likes to do these little mini arcs in between like the major arcs, and this one is coming to a close. At first, I thought, oh, this is just going to be another one of the like whatever fun little, I don't know, fan service arcs. That's not what this was. This was more of a development of Seiha's character and basically getting all of the family on board, or all of the family to understand that, hey, they're all kind of in competition with each other for Arata. Basically, after all the drama that went on last night, they went to sleep. Minami wanted to go talk to Shion about everything that's been going on. While they were talking, Arata and Oka were talking as well. Oka snuck into Arata's bed last night, and we're getting some dialogue between them, basically in this entire chapter. Personally, for me, the way that I see it is that Oka is kind of like, I wouldn't say the promised girl, but she's kind of the most likely to win in this situation, or at least win early on. It seems that Oka has gotten the most time to shine out of all of the girls. This arc was really focused on Seiha, and she's getting her own whole section in it. And this happens almost every single arc that goes on. They're also close in age. They grew up together. They were the closest siblings, disregarding Minami and Shion. But yeah, getting on with the actual contents of the chapter. Basically, Oka's just saying that she wants to talk to Arata right now, but it's like too embarrassing and they can't talk face to face. Arata's in his head. Right now, he's very self-aware that all of the girls like him, right? They've all confessed to him, or he's overheard them confess their feelings. But yeah, basically, Oka just wants to talk about the situation that was going on. Who could have guessed? Arata does seem a little flustered in this moment. Before, his character was more stoic and saying, oh, I'm never gonna date any of these girls. He still thinks the same way now, but we're just seeing more cracks in his character, and he's showing more of his vulnerable side, right? Oka in this moment is basically going and telling Arata that Seiha is serious, and it's just kind of hard for Arata to believe. And he's saying, even if that's true, we've been together for the past like 17 years, right? It's, of course, I'm gonna be shocked about that. But also in this moment, he realizes that, you know, she's not a person who would just say random stuff. So he also knows that she's being serious. And this is where we get Arata telling Oka, hey, you know, I also talked to Kotono about this, because, right, she was the first girl in the series to be like, oh, I love you. You know, she is the youngest sister. And basically his excuse back then was, oh, she's my sister, she's my younger sister. So that's what I used to avoid taking her seriously. And right here he says, oh, I should have treated her as a girl. I don't know if that's the right decision. But I think right now Arata isn't thinking like, oh, I need to get together with them. It's more of just like, I needed to also treat her feelings the same as I'm treating Seiha's right now. And he didn't. And then right after this, Oka and Arata get into a little banter and whatever, bro. We get a little fan service. This is just kind of showing that Arata is viewing Oka in a sense of that, oh, she is, you know, a potential partner, or, you know, a member of the opposite sex rather than just a sister in this moment. But yeah, even Oka's like, until half a year ago, we were just ordinary siblings, and so much has changed since then. It feels like our family has just become completely different. And this is where we go and get Oka's confession, whatever, just back to back to back confessions. Right now we're getting Oka. She's saying, I'm also in love with you, Arata. But unlike in the other situations that he's got confessed to, he can't really run. How do I put this? There's no excuses this time, because that's exactly what they were talking about before, is that in this chapter, Oka and him were talking about everyone who is confessing to you, their feelings are serious, right? And you need to treat them as such. That's kind of what I got from this chapter, you know, off the initial read. But yeah, basically what it comes down to is Oka trying to pressure a response out of Arata, where she goes and says, am I just your twin sister, or do you also see me as a girl? Right after this, the last panel, last page of the chapter, she says, Arata, why don't we kiss? And that's where we leave off the chapter. I don't know, Shiunji Family, kind of incesty, whatever. I mean, if it wasn't like so family based, bro, it'd actually be pretty good, because the narrative is still good. So that's kind of what I'm doing in my head. I'm like, these guys aren't really family. You know, I do like the drama in the series. I do like the characters and the way that they're developed. But yeah, I mean, right now Arata is in like, you know, a tough situation. He can't really run. He can't really say anything to avoid this situation right now. It's late at night. There's nowhere else to go. So he's going to have to give some type of response to Oka in this situation. There's no, maybe someone else comes in, maybe Shion comes back. It's just another scapegoat, but we'll see what happens. You know, it was a pretty short chapter. A lot of it was just kind of dialogue back and forth. Really just feels like a wrap up. I thought, honestly, the last chapter was going to be a wrap up of this entire arc, but we got this out of the blue. random Oka chapter. That's why I just think she is gonna be a major player in this series comparatively to the other girls. She just gets so much more time than the other girls in the series. I just think that's weird for a series that's trying to like be like kind of a harem type series where it's like, oh, any of the girls can win. But yeah, I mean, that's the way the series is written. The least I can say is, hey, it's better than Rent a Girlfriend. But yeah, I mean, that's really about it. Predictions for next chapter, bro, I have no clue. Anything can happen in this series. Shion might come back, you know, stop this whole whatever, why don't we kiss thing? Because that's kind of weird. I guess we'll just have to see. I think we are going to move back on with the story. You know, the main plot line of the story is they're like a super rich family. They're all adopted except Arata. And, you know, he's going to take over the company one day. His dad's like company, and he needs to marry one of the girls, right? Whatever, keep it in the family, I guess. I mean, that's what I get from the premise of the story. So maybe what we get in the next few arcs or whatever are, hey, these girls are trying to realize their actual dreams. They don't just want to be Arata's wife as like their dream. And then we can go off from there. If we don't do that, I don't really know where this series is going, because other than that, it's really just like a day in the life and just like weird back and forth drama with nothing really developing. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes from here. But yeah, that's basically my initial thoughts and impressions on chapter 61 of the Shiunji family. If you guys have any of your own thoughts, please let me know, because to me, I mean, this series is kind of confusing. There's just a lot of moving pieces, a lot of things going on. But yeah, if you want to see more Shiunji family content, definitely like this video. And if you just want to see more manga chapter reviews, definitely subscribe. And yeah, that's really about it. So I'll see y'all.